Welcome to the Alcohol-Free Marriage and More podcast, recorded live from the cornfields of Central Illinois. We're all about a life free from alcohol and thriving marriages. Welcome to episode 98 for January 12th, 2025.
Well, hello there, children. Welcome back to the Alcohol-Free Marriage and More podcast. I am Matt, along with the always lovely and calendar correct Coach Amy. How are you, my love?
I'm good.
I realized you actually read through the 2024 I still have on the notes.
I was looking at that going, don't say 24, say 25.
I know, it's like the modern version of the check challenge, right? Where you would write a check in the olden days, the days of yore, you put the wrong year on forever.
I still write an occasional check.
Occasional, but not many.
Occasional.
I mean, a book of checks lasts like pretty much a lifetime at this point. I mean, it's quite a bit. It's easy.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. So also, we would like to just ask you if you like our podcast. If you don't like our podcast, please still go out there and like and subscribe to it on all the platforms that we're on. I don't even know all of them. What?
All of
Apple,
them. I don't know. You put them
YouTube, Spotify.
And Google Podcast moved over to YouTube or something. So
I
now
don't
the
know,
feed
but
ends up on YouTube.
Just go.
Just like, subscribe,
Even if you don't
and share.
watch us on YouTube, go out there. Just like
it. There you go.
Subscribe it.
Yeah. Doesn't cost
Be
you
like me. Have more subscriptions. Feel the abundance. And yet, at the same time, the extreme overwhelm of all the podcasts that I subscribe to.
Well, the good news with
Don't be like me.
Good news with YouTube is it probably won't feed you half the podcasts you subscribe to because, well, the podcast part might, but like the video subscription part, it's very, their algorithm's very finicky.
It is. I've noticed that. I'm like, I'll see something and then I don't see it. And I'm like,
it used to
I
be.
don't even know, or I forget what it's called, but if I'm on YouTube, I'm like, okay, I know those people.
Like your feed used to just be like all of your subscription people, and you would just see those, and then I think maybe a separate recommendation section.
Oh.
Now it's like all recommendation, and they sometimes will sprinkle in some of your subscriptions. So you have to go to your subscriptions to be sure if you see certain
Thank you for saying that. And then also,
But you can go to your subscription feed.
YouTube is just funky anyways, too.
It is funky.
Because I was wanting to share our church's
stream. Because it's under a live. It was a live. It wasn't a video.
And I was sitting there and I went to it, but then I typed it into the search. So it brings up all kinds of them. But
right.
I have to get that specific one, I needed to go in to the actual, click on it.
Same problem with shorts. Shorts go in a different category than
know.
video than live.
I guess in some ways it is sorted out.
It is not logically so. I also don't know why I also don't know why not the listeners care, but I don't know why the audio part of the podcast ends up in the same feed with the video part of the podcast
I don't know.
on YouTube.
It's strange. But
I could probably figure out how to undo that. But if you want to comment about that or complain about us complaining, 224-225-9302.
If anybody out there wants to help us with that.
Yeah, right. Like and subscribe and voicemail link down below, along with the links to our Beyond Spirits 7 tips to start your AF journey or to continue it in this dry January.
Yes. Lots of really good information. There's some resources in there. Quit lit that I enjoyed. I really need to maybe update that. I've got more.
Oh.
And then popular podcasts just to get you started, and tips that just helped the two of us when we were at the beginning of our alcohol-free journey.
And if you're married, we have our marriage meeting guide down there. You can check that out.
We do.
We do that every week. We just did it yesterday.
We did, and I actually pulled it out. I pulled out the script.
I know. Sometimes Amy needs a script. We've done it so long. I'm like, why do you need...
It's the way my brain works.
She's like, what comes next? I'm like, it's very structured. It's pretty easy to remember. But
it's very structured, but I just want to encourage people when you use it, there is a script in it.
It does help. The script does help.
It's very helpful, especially if you have not done this before, if you have some difficulty.
If you're not good at asking questions back to people.
And keeping your mouth shut while your partner talks.
Right.
Me.
Amy's actually bigger challenge is remembering that I get a turn too. Because I'll ask her what are you excited about? And she'll go, okay, what's next? I'm like, my turn? That's probably your bigger challenge than remembering even what we did.
But again, the script
helps.
Why?
Yes.
I need the script.
So you bring the script
So
up.
you complain about me using the script, but I need it.
I don't complain. I just think it's funny you still need it after all this time.
It keeps me on track.
Well, what else keeps you on track is our drink of the week, kids. Don't forget we have that Go Brewing discount down below. Just got my Go Brewing shipment from Go Brewing. From our son gave you a gift certificate to there, so I ordered myself up.
They have a new one I want to get. It's probably already sold out.
You got to join the club, Amy.
Why don't you just join it, Matt? You join every dumb club that there is when it comes to stuff.
Not subscription clubs. That's a little different. No, you have to join the subscription, like beer of the month club.
I get it, but you should join it because you're going to spend that anyways.
I hear you. And then you can get
not as much. Let me just tell everybody, not as much as he used to, but
you can get the banana.
There's like a banana mañana or something.
Yeah.
It's going to be sold out.
It'll be available to the masses. It's like how I think I run their beta stuff. I don't know. But anyway, your drink of the week is super duper exciting. Perfect for this cold weather we're having.
Oh, mine is because I was so cold moments ago. Hence why I'm wearing this scarf. And I actually triple tied it and it's a little tight. But it's so cold. I am sipping on hot cinnamon apple tea.
Which also will help your voice.
And would you like to know my really, the brand?
Your Tinkerbell mug? The bougie tea?
My bougie tea. Hy-Vee.
See, I didn't know.
Our grocery store. It's great.
Oh, well, the new ones you got is Celestial Seasoning. That's what I ordered yesterday.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. I did not know that. I'm using up the old.
Quite the tea upgrade for you. But there you go. If you want.
And if you have not been, if you are in Boulder, Colorado, make sure you go on the tea tour.
It is. It was
I want to do it again.
Shockingly interesting.
All right, Matt. On our trip, hopefully our nephew will
end up
getting moved to Colorado, and that will be on part of the trip, right?
On your mission?
On our trek across the country.
Oh, this is Northern California.
So please share.
Okay, well, we can't visit Best Day Brewing because I just said they're in Northern California. I mean, we can, but you have to go to Northern California. This is a limited edition, but it's still available from Best Day Brewing. I don't know if I've ever seen an Imperial IPA. It's called Galaxy Ripple.
Is that the kind I love?
This is the kind you hate the most. And it's Imperial, so it's
and
super
I
hoppy.
Tasted it. And if it makes me go.
Yeah, when you make that, I knew it was good when you made that face.
When I go, all right, yeah.
It is.
You're in heaven. Yeah. You're like, oh. Yeah,
and it was limited edition, and I knew Benny's had some, so I went back and bought the last two they had in stock anyway.
Yeah, we are like that, aren't we?
We are like that.
We're so like that.
We're so
we're like, oh, let's go in there. Oh, let's have that. You know what? There might be a run on that at 9 o'clock at night.
I will say sometimes I will actually not do that because I want to be sure that others get to enjoy. But this one I was nah.
Others, come on. You and your giving mindset.
Well, and speaking of us doing weird trips for non-alcoholic beer, we made an evening run to Target when I found out Target now carries Bureau. I don't know if it's in every state, but check your local Target.
I think so.
I think we probably went out on the day it was released or and ours showed in stock, and I got super duper excited.
Yes, we did. We left.
We drove all the way over there and wandered around. It even said it's in aisle G something.
They hadn't said it. Now in our poor Target employee,
they have
I feel
10
bad.
tons of returns to put away.
They have so much stuff, but at least this last time we were in there, it did not look like a crime scene.
But we went out and
you ordered it. Yeah, we
wandered around. I asked some guy it should be right here, and it's nowhere. And online it's showing these big end caps. I'm like,
maybe we should run there later today and see if the end cap is there.
Well, so I did my trick. I'm like, well, it shows online. Let's let them find it.
Yeah. So you went ahead and think, but I found Olipop cream soda in 4 cans, 4 packs of the cans. My favorite cream soda. And you got the grape. It's so good.
But if you do want to get Bureau, and actually, I don't understand beer distribution. Why it's more expensive to buy it direct from the online website, even if you're paying ship.
It's a promotion.
No, it's always that way though. I can get hop water cheaper at the store than I can buy it from
You're paying
hop
for the
water.
convenience.
Maybe that's well. If you want certain flavors, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, you're paying for the convenience, and you are right. I don't know what did you get?
I got the
Did you get anything from me?
I just got the variety pack.
Oh, okay.
So it has everything.
Okay.
But
I just didn't know if you were, because sometimes you'll be like, well, I'm going to get the IPA.
well, it's not the variety. They're where's their
The
Discovery?
pale?
Sorry, they call it the Discovery pack. Is that it?
Oh. And we should probably,
Oh, that's a 6. Oh, see, they've changed it.
since we're such good friends with Tom
Yeah,
Holland, we just need to also say congratulations on your engagement to Zendaya.
What they do? They get engaged. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry, I don't keep that close of a track. No, the Bureau 12 pack. Their 12 pack variety pack.
Do you follow Bureau?
Yeah, which is currently out of stock right now. You can only get the 18 pack, but the 12 pack on their website is $33.50, which is what I paid for the first one, which is kind of a pretty premium price, to be honest. But it's good beer. Mm-hmm. Go to Target, $19.99.
I'm telling you, because you have to leave your home.
Right, and they have to have it. They have to have it too. So
True. Hey, what was that movie we watched about Amazon? That consumption movie.
Something like that. I don't even know what channel it was on. That's wrong with modern streaming, kids. You don't remember where the hell
we
you
need
saw
to
stuff.
find that and share that. Maybe we can talk about that like next week.
Okay, well, let's keep moving along.
Why don't you write that down in the notes? for
Oh,
next
this
week?
is an iron trap
We're,
up here.
We're
Well-
never going to talk about it.
Well, there you go.
We're never going to talk about it.
Everyone
All
else-
right, I'm going to mess
you-
up the notes and I'm going to try to put
That's
it
fine.
in
You
here.
but while we're talking about the onlineness, Amy, as social, we follow a lot of non-alcoholic things, so we get pushed a lot of non-alcoholic things in our Instagram feeds and whatnot.
Yes.
And this being dry January, I got saw a post from somebody. It's like, why I'm not doing dry January. And I go down this rabbit hole, and I won't mention the influencer, quote unquote, name because partially I don't remember it. But
Oh, man.
this person is trying to be like
you can lose your health. She's a health coach.
yeah, she's supposed to be a health coach, fitness person, but her whole angle, even on her website, uses like graphics of like martini glasses and beer mugs and that type of stuff.
Lose weight and still drink.
Yeah, her whole hook is I will show you how to lose weight and quote unquote be healthy and not have to give up your drinking. So all of her videos are all about how I can drink and I'm still drinking and I'm not giving up drinking, but I'm still being healthy.
She's probably not going to like the fact that but we're going to talk about it a little bit, the Surgeon General's.
Yeah, she's probably not that's not
Recommendations.
going to help her business model.
Yeah, no, I mean, I saw it, and again, this is somebody who is full in, has bought all the societal lies, believes that she can only live her true and best life with a wine glass in her hand or cocktails or something like that. And I'm not going to disparage on her because 5 years ago I would have been all about it. I would have been like,
and that's
yes.
and that's the lens I put on because I'm like, I
would
don't
have been
agree with
like,
it now, but I can see.
Oh,
why,
I would have so been about.
Yeah, you would have been like, well, look at this lady; she can help me lose. You would have been like, this is perfect. So I can see from a marketing perspective. It's
oh,
genius.
absolutely, you can.
But
go
from a
in there.
health perspective, it's like you're not really giving true healthy. Tips.
No, and that's when you look at it. I mean, it's a
I get to keep
toxin.
smoking too. I can keep smoking and
Sure.
drinking, and I'll be perfectly healthy if I follow the other 80.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Just keep going, babe. Keep going.
So I don't. It really bothered me. I didn't.
It really did bother you.
and I
It
had-
bothered you so much more than it bothered me.
And I had to fight every urge to make a comment. I'm like,
Yeah,
no, I'm
no.
not. No, that doesn't bring any good either. I'm like,
well,
let
and
it-
one
let
of
it
the
go,
one
let
of
it
the
go.
one of the things around that, I think, I don't know, maybe you said this is, or maybe somebody else did, but if you're sitting there and you're like, okay, this person is off on this,
Right.
go down and read some of the comments
That's
before
true.
you comment, because chances are there's been and in this case there were a lot of people saying, "Oh, honey,
Yeah.
oh, this is not good."
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's very much that ego-driven
Yeah.
personality as well.
Yep. But yeah, I bet you there's
The
a bunch of women who would.
idolization of alcohol. I mean, I tell people, alcohol had become my idol.
Yeah.
Worshiping at the throne of my Pinot Grigio, wanting to.
It's just really troubling when I see somebody
Always
like promoting
enjoy
that
it.
you don't have to give up this toxin. to
I
be
haven't.
healthy.
You know what? I didn't give it up. I'm living free from it.
Right. Right.
She's selling to would it be? No, she's selling from a deprivation mindset,
Right.
trying to mask it with this abundance, but it's not.
Well, yeah, you can eat a super perfect clean diet. That doesn't make drinking any better or worse for you.
Well,
I mean,
here's
it's
the
still
other
bad
thing.
For you,
Here's
right?
the other thing. I wish maybe I have it somewhere, but I was watching a doctor who talked about your digestion, which this is true. I didn't learn this, but when you drink alcohol, the first thing your body does is the liver's like, this is a toxin, and it shuts down.
It deprioritizes everything but alcohol.
Exactly. And it says, so I guess it doesn't shut down, but it slows everything else down and says, I have to prioritize and get the toxin out of
and then we'll get back
your
to
body.
everything else.
And then we'll get back to everything else. What I didn't realize is this doctor was sharing, he said, so if you drink Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, your body is not going to be back full online with digestion really until next Thursday, till the following Thursday.
Till you start all over again.
Because it's got to have enough time to get all of it out.
Right.
And not just the alcohol, the acetaldehyde, because that's what your liver ends up creating from the alcohol. And it's more toxic. It's a carcinogen as well. So you put a carcinogen in, and then your body makes a carcinogen.
Right. And then by the time you're about getting close to even, then you start all over again.
Yes, exactly. So you know what?
That's why, Amy, the Surgeon General,
I know, this is huge,
called on Congress to include a cancer risk warning on the warning labels of alcohol. He says alcohol is the third preventable cause of cancer in the U.S. behind tobacco and obesity. Mm-hmm. So does that mean we need to put on sugar too?
Well,
I don't know. Just saying.
Who knows what will happen in the next year?
You become an AF nerd when, like, I got super excited. I'm like, that's amazing.
Well, again,
when I was a drinker, I would have hated to hear that. I'm like, I don't want to know that.
Okay, well, but here's the thing. You smoked.
True story.
And you did smoke. And you knew it. There was a warning label on there. And that warning label is telling you, look.
Right.
If you
smoke,
this is what is going to happen. You are putting a carcinogen into your body.
Right.
It should be no different than alcohol, because alcohol is a class 1 carcinogen that causes 7 known cancers.
But that's really bad marketing for alcohol, Amy.
It is, and there was a actual study that was in the process of studying the effects of putting a warning label in Canada a few years ago.
Right.
They put the warning labels on. They had it in a I don't remember where this was at. And if you go out and you can look up for yourself. But there was this I think it was I don't even think it was a month, but within a couple of weeks, their sales went down and everything. And guess what? All of a sudden, the lobbyists and then big alcohol found out, and they were basically, you will shut this down.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of money.
You will shut down this study, and it was shut down.
Yeah, the lobbyists and the big tobacco or big alcohol.
It will be very interesting to see what happens. I hope. I think it's informed consent. It should be on there.
I thought I heard that even the news, just having the news report come out about that.
Oh, stocks went down.
Tanked some stocks for
alcohol.
Temporarily anyway.
Yeah. So.
But you know what? If you want to get the real story and the real deal, Amy has the Choose Freedom program.
Yeah. This is a program that I've been coaching for this past year. It is it's an alcohol-free coaching program that delivers 12 of the most important biblical and scientific concepts for changing your relationship with alcohol and other toxic substances. It is a 12-week challenge. So this is, if you're ready to really see what life is like without alcohol, I would encourage you to reach out to me. I'm going to be starting the last week of January, I think it's the week of January 27th. I don't have a date or a time because this program, I'm only going to be coaching 6 people in it. It is a very intimate. You are going to be really getting a lot of hands-on coaching, a lot of hands-on support with this. And if you want to see if you actually even are ready for this program, reach out to me. and then we'll go through and see if you're ready for the program.
Amy at joyontheotherside.com.
Yep.
Amy
and
at joyontheotherside.com.
well, it's been great because I've had quite a few people who have gone through this last year.
Yeah.
And
we've had quite a few people who want to talk. Yeah, somebody this afternoon, I think, they want to talk about it.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I know I've got a couple, have 2 people signed up, and then I have one tomorrow who is said she's all in and ready to sign up.
So you're getting close to half full already. So
so I'm really hopeful that I'm going to end up with 6 people to take through this program. It is affordable. I will tell you, I don't tell pricing over podcasts and stuff like that, but it's less than a bottle of wine a day.
Well, and Coach Amy is not a great businesswoman from the standpoint of she does a lot of freebies and free time. I'm like, did you charge? No, so you'll get your money's worth and probably then some if I know how Coach Amy operates with her people. But it's hard, right? I'm like, you want to help people. That's actually why we do this, right? To help people.
Well, I'm also
sometimes it's not about the money; it's about helping people.
I get on there, and if you have a part of this program I have on the weekend, I have 911 calls. So if you need to reach out to me,
right.
Call me.
Right.
That's a part of this. Right. I would rather you reach out. Let's have a 15, 20-minute call.
Right.
So
it's not just like, hey, here's your 1 hour, go forth and figure it out for the next week. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait.
Amy at jointheotherside.com. She can hook you up. But if you are doing your dry January, I'm curious, Amy, about this because you brought this up and I had not heard of this, but it sounds totally plausible. Sobriety fatigue.
Yes.
And I thought it was going to be like fatigue of I've been sober for 6 months and I'm tired of being sober.
You got rid of my link.
Oh, I did because you had all the notes in here.
Okay, well, I'll put the link back in there, but
we'll include the link.
Well, the article is what is sobriety for
sobriety fatigue.
What is sobriety fatigue when quitting alcohol? How long does it last? And it according to the article, it can last anywhere from 72 hours to months. And depression and fatigue around this, for some people, can actually last up to a couple years. And the reason I'm pointing that out is that might mean that you need to maybe go in and see your doctor if you are suffering from this fatigue long term.
Well, and let's rewind. What it is this deep and overwhelming exhaustion that affects both your body and your mind. And it's really because your body's working to recover from the damage caused by the alcohol. So you might feel more tired after quitting. So typically I think it's, that first probably week, maybe 2 weeks. But as you point out, it can go longer.
It can because, your brain.
Right.
And a lot of your organs, but your brain especially, it takes 2 years for it to reset and heal.
Right.
That, that's saying something.
I think even my app gives brain health, it has charts for liver health, brain health, other things. And I think the brain health one is the one that kind of takes the longest to get all the way around the little chart. But there are some, I guess, tips for managing that, right?
Yeah.
Scroll down.
Sorry. Some of the tips, I mean, these are just kind of your everyday, just healthy lifestyle tips, right?
Yeah.
Don't you agree? Having a routine, making sure, and I'm going to add to this too, because this is kind of an abbreviated little thing here, but making sure in the morning that you get up and you get outside and you get sunlight. That is so important so that you can reset your circadian rhythms. So many of us, when we are sleep deprived from alcohol, we don't get that proper sleep. So you need to make sure that you get up at a certain time, even if you are really tired, set that alarm and get up. And then make sure that you set up a routine, make sure that you are turning your lights, not your lights off, your screens off, phones, everything like that, an hour before at least, before you go to bed.
You've had a thing you've done off and on of the 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Like
three hours you don't eat before you go to bed. Then it's 2 hours. That's you quit work.
And then
1 hour is turning down the screens. Yeah. And so that's part of establishing that routine. I want to also put in here, especially because this is something that working with my clients, establish a real self-care routine around some breath work. Doing breath work either in the morning, and it doesn't have to be what I do because I do Wim Hof breath work, but I know that has really helped me connect my mind, body, and soul all together and doing that. But it can be box breathing. It can be doing that in the morning before you get out of bed, and I would recommend doing it then, but I would also recommend before you go to bed, including in also some gratitude and with this as well. That will help calm your body down.
Well, and your mindfulness program kind of does some breath work.
The positive intelligence, yes, it absolutely does. And then you also want to make sure that you are really focusing on hydration and then nutrition as well. Getting a lot of water and drinking half of your body weight in ounces. Too much food, too many things, but making sure that you get in enough water and hydrate yourself. When you have a craving, drink some water.
Yep.
It's just like food. Like when you get a food craving, drink some water. And then going back to basics, getting a lot of protein, 30, at least 25 to 30 grams of protein with each meal, fruits and vegetables. And then as well, those ultra processed foods,
sugar, all
that
it comes in a box, probably not the best.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of been, my philosophy all along is quit eating out of a box.
Right.
So that is one. And then, and I guess I kind of jumped around on this, the exercise and relaxation, but going for walks, maybe you haven't been in an exercise routine, but I can tell you, it doesn't take very long to go for a walk. If you have a meal, go for a 10-minute walk. If you're wanting to get in, instead of sitting there and going, okay, I'm going to walk 30 to an hour, each day. You know what? Do 3 10-minute walks after your meals.
Yeah. And I would say, don't let it, if it goes on too long, probably consult your doctor, but in the first couple weeks, don't let it dissuade you.
Yes.
It's normal.
It's normal.
Let it be a call sign to you that your body is healing and that something wasn't correct, right?
Yes.
And putting alcohol back in, I guess technically would quote unquote fix the problem, but you're really just
you're going,
the problem.
Especially in the beginning, you're going through some mild withdrawal, especially if you've been drinking for a long period of time.
Right. But see, I love sleep, so it didn't really bother me.
And that's another tip. If you're getting to the end of the day and you're like, I don't know what to do,
just go to bed.
Go to bed.
Yeah.
Go to bed, get a book,
right.
Do some breath work, express some gratitude. Those are the things that are going to help really, that's real self-care.
Right.
That glass of wine or that bottle of beer or your martini or whatever it is.
Booze of choice.
It is, yes, in the moment, it's relaxing you, but what it is causing a storm inside of your body.
Yes. Well, and speaking of health, taking care of yourself, we will be reporting in a few weeks, Amy. We're testing out.
What is it called?
Lingo. Lingo
is that what it's called?
So it's a brand of glucose monitor. It's designed for people like us who don't necessarily qualify. We don't have diabetes or we don't
need a
prescription one, but it's kind of designed for people like us who are just curious to see how sugar interacts with our blood glucose and those type of things.
Yeah, like after we eat a meal, let's see what happens.
If I replace an ingredient next time, how does that change? So kind of learn. So we ordered the 2-week plan. It's actually pretty inexpensive. It's like $50 for 2 weeks.
I want to get a snapshot, like how food actually interacts with my body. I mean, it's a science experiment. It's really kind of, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I've known a lot of people who have done them, and it has really influenced how how they've gone forward.
Yeah, we won't do it necessarily long term, but it's good.
No, I
mean, I think you can learn a lot in the 2 weeks. Worst case, we may
2
do
weeks,
2 additional, maybe.
like for a month. Getting an idea of how food really interacts with your body.
Yep. And see changing things like, oh, I did this, and like whether you stick to that or not. It's interesting data.
I want to be as healthy as I can. I want to be one of these people who
lives to 1,000.
Oh, I just want to walk in and then one day just, like if I'm in my 90s or whatever, just drop dead. Like I'm just dead because I died. I'm not this long, prolonged
illness type
illness, like, okay, well, this went wrong and then this went wrong.
Right. Right.
We have nursing homes full of people who are really, it's really very sad.
Yep. Well, there you go, children. Well, that was love.
Hello.
Well, thank you for joining us again this week on the Alcohol-Free Marriage and More podcast. If you have any questions or want to look into Amy's her program,
let me make you my project.
Amy at jointheotherSide.com. She will hook you up. Don't forget, you always voicemail us. Give us a jingle on the telephone, 224-225-9302, and leave a voicemail. We'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, children, we will check on you next week. Wishing you peace and love from the cornfields. I'm Matt, along with Coach Amy, and we are
out.